Hello my dear students, welcome to CR Digital Classes. In this video we are going to understand about impact of e-commerce on business models. How the impact will be there on the e-commerce, that is business models of e-commerce, and what are the different business models. Let us understand about that. So, impact of e-commerce on business model, it is mean carrying out the business activities in such a way that the firm's value chain is greatly affected. That means whatever work we are doing, whatever task we are performing, we have to understand, we have to follow one system or one method without which may not be effective. If we are not following any model or any method, it may not be effective. So here also e-commerce is the carrying out business activities in such a way that firm's value chain is greatly affected in positive manner. That means it should really done with the affecting the value chain. So management learning is required for viewing the marketplace by crossing the physical boundaries of the organization prior to implementation of e-commerce application. So here management learning in view of marketplace, it is crossing one location with the other location or one boundary, that is countries. Sometimes it also crosses the countries. Then it is very much essential to innovate e-commerce application in accordance to business context, which would be otherwise result in failure of these applications. So innovative e-commerce application is very much required, which if we are not making it innovative, it may be leading to the failure. So it is the scope is very high, it is reaching crossing the boundaries, and a lot many population it is covering. We have to take care about the innovation of the e-commerce application. Then therefore a certain business model ought to be developed. Business models are to be developed which have the capacity of integrating e-commerce application with overall business goals. So to reach our business goal, to reach the organization goals through the e-commerce, it is very much important that the business model should be developed. So aligning business goals and e-commerce. What do we mean by aligning business goals? So any organization, we see that the goals are there, the vision and mission will be there, the organization goals will be there. So whatever the objectives, whatever the tasks are done in an organization, the task should be aligned in par with the business goals. We have to keep in mind when framing the objectives or whatever the applications or software which are adopting in the organization, we have to see with this objective, with this adapting the new technique, whether we can reach our goal, the organization goal, or not. Very important. So we have to mold, or we have to align that business, that activities, objectives, or the software, or let us take e-commerce, in such a way that it align our business goal. That means it will facilitate to reach to the business goal. That is the meaning of the aligning the business goal. So the strategy, the e-commerce strategy should be crafted in such a way which helps, which aligns to reach to the business goals. The strategy of e-commerce, what do you mean by strategy? Strategy is a plan. Then what is the difference between a plan and a strategy? Here we mean to say strategy, keeping all the forces, all the factors into consideration. Whatever we plan, that we understand it as a strategy. So the strategy of e-commerce must be laid in such a way to achieve the predefined organizational goals. The goals are not set spontaneously. The goals are set predefined. So the goals can be mostly be affected because of certain environmental changes. So however the goals are set forth due to many environmental changes or the factors external, it can be external or internal, that definitely it will affect our organization to reach our organizational goals. such as arrival of new competitors in the market. This is one of the example where arrival of new market, competitor. What happens when any competitor is entering into market? The market share will be divided, reduced. So we have, it implies that our scope of business will be reduced. Therefore, it is necessary to have a strong relationship between the goals of the organization and plan of web-based e-commerce. So we have to keep all these things in mind, and the e-commerce strategy should be crafted in such a way where it becomes so strong relationship. Then finally, when the goals are achieved, e-commerce can set up the required plan. Then these results help in forcing the organization to follow the way of setting up the goals and plans, but many of the organizations will not follow this. Whoever follows, whoever keep in mind about these things, they will be successful. So that is, there are certain organizations which follow up their own strategy process, then they are achieving the organizational goals, successfully achieving the organizational goals. So this is how the relationship should be, like environmental changes, goals of business, the goals of information system, it should align with that. Whatever the changes are there, it should align with the goals of information system, and which also taking care of the goals of e-commerce. So plan of e-commerce. Then impact of e-commerce on value chain. How the e-commerce is influencing value chain. So I already explained, discussed about value chain in the previous session. Like value chain is, it is completely taking care of the production right from the requirement of the material till it reaches to the customer. That is what we call it as supply chain. It is value chain. So here the e-commerce will be influencing value chain. Like in traditional way, we require more information. So we will be taking quotations, tenders from different manufacturers, and we try to analyze. The team of people will be analyzing about that information. So in traditional value chain, what happens? It shows the way of passing information between suppliers and customers in a sequential manner. And in this chain, the input output are provided to the supplier at backstage. The information regarding the supplier input and output are not revealed to the customer. Then moreover, the input and output related to the customer are supplied at the front end. So this information, this flow of information from supplier to customer is done via different processes such as inbound logistics and outbound logistics. What is this logistics? Logistics is something which is related to complete process of transportation. So when I say transportation, in any organization, especially manufacturing unit, we see that is inbound. Inbound means for production we need all the requirement of materials, stores, spare parts. All these things is transported from different places. So related to these which are used for the manufacturing, that is procurement, we call it as inbound logistics. And related to after manufacturing, the finished products which are transported or distributed to different destinations, that we understand it as the outbound logistics. So the information is provided such as inbound logistics and outbound logistics. Then the major drawback of value chain is it fails to establish strong relationship between the stakeholders, that is who are the concerned persons. It could not build the strong relationship, so it is failed. Now let us understand customer oriented value chain. That is, it is developed to overcome the loopholes of the traditional value chain. Whatever the drawbacks were there under the traditional value chain, now this is customer oriented to improvise and to overcome the whatever drawbacks are there in the traditional value chain. It focuses on establishing relationship between the firm and the customer. And in this chain, the information system of respective firm links all phases of process. That is, every phase of the process. The advantages of this that is customer oriented value chain are: it enables the customer to have access over the information system. Wherever the customer is, it can he or she can access the complete information. Then it enables customer to receive specification regarding the design and product in an electronic format before accessing the sales information. So as we understand, that is complete information about the product in the form of audio, video, visual demonstrations, it is displayed. With that, the customer can be understand completely about the specification, design, structure, size, layout, all these things, so that he can take decision whether he is going to purchase that or not. Then he moves to the sales information. Then it enables to read the status of ordered product. After selection, after making the decision whether to purchase that, he can also make tracking of the order, whatever is placed, what is the status of the order, whether the order is approved or whether the material is dispatched, where exactly it is, within how much time he can receive that products, whatever the ordered items. Then it enables to read shipping status. As I told you, where exactly the product is lying, the customer can easily know, quickly and easily know with the help of tracking. Then enable supplier to provide better customer service. So this value chain, that is customer oriented value chain, will facilitate to give better services to the customers. Then it enables to the supplier to have prior information regarding the damaged products, even not only for the customer, but also for the manufacturer or the supplier. He can know whether the product is delivered safely or when, if it is delivered, when it is delivered. And also he can trace who has taken that product. That is, they will take the digital signature, they can even trace that. And if the product is damaged, that also, that information can also be tracked from the, or he can know. Sometimes the fake products are given. So all these things, they can get the information very, very easily and quickly on the time, on the right time. And in COVC, the procurement information is linked with the information system of the supplier. So what happens here, the information system, when it is linked, whatever information the supplier is having, the same information customer can also access about the product. So the purpose of enabling the supplier to have the access over the information system is to provide better customer services. So it is also very important that supplier shares its procurement system with information of its supplier. So about the procurement system also, the information can be viewed by the customer, known by the customer. Then ICDT business strategy model. So that is, ICDT means information, communication, transaction and distribution. So this model is fundamental model developed by Albert Angem. So for specifying the strategy of business, that means it will be taking care about the information, it will be taking care about the communication, transaction and distribution, which are very, very important for the any e-commerce. So that is, this model is based on the virtual spaces. This is, as it is the internet based shopping, it is on virtual spaces. That is, information virtual space, distribution virtual space and transaction virtual space, communication virtual space. Virtual means which we cannot have physical physical appearance about that. So let us understand what is each in detail. Virtual information space. So this space of organization contains information regarding the company, products and services. So as it is a virtual marketplace, so it will tell us about, it will give the information about the details of company, product and services. Then accurate and update information must be displayed. So we have to take care in this virtual information space, where it should give proper information, accurate information and new information, that is latest information, updated one. And it should be authorized, the users should be given privilege of accessing the information. So even we have to take care, the access should be given for the users. Then customers must find it required site without any difficulty. So when they are browsing for the information, there should not be any difficulty. Then the customer must not allowed to have longer waiting time for accessing website. So even we have to take care, it should be have fast access, because today the customer may not be ready to spend time for long time to shop or for any purpose. He will be switching on to some other website. So it should be taken care to have the fast access. Then virtual distribution space. So it is responsible for distributing the purchased or requested product to the customer whoever is ordered. So it should take care that there should not be any delay in the delivery. Electronic delivery is possible if the product to be delivered is in digital form, or the services provided must be carried out digitally. So it should be taken care that there should not be any delay in the delivering the product. So the delivery of the product or services must be only to the requested or legitimate and approved customer. So you are also, that is the organization is also responsible to hand over or deliver the product to the right, that is customer only, not for the other people. Whoever ordered, for them only it should be delivered. Then the delivery process of the product and services must be very, very reliable. Then transaction space, which is very, very important. So it is responsible for carrying out the business activities such as purchase order. So the major concerns to be considered before entering into the space is data security must be high. So when the related to transaction, the data or the information should be taken care with a high security. And the data accuracy and integrity must be maintained. The data should be accurate. And the vendors must be reliable and trustworthy. The supplier should not be fake. Nowadays we are observing there are lot many websites, lot many people who are dealing with the products or the services will be displaying the websites in such a way it is original, but they are not original one. So we have to take care that there should not be anything which is unreliable. So everything should be reliable and trustworthy. So private information about the organization must be kept secured. Then finally, it is about the communication space. So it concentrate on establishing relationship of exchanging information via. So how they will be giving the information through different media, such as via chat rooms or forums or negotiated. Even social media is also used for this. So if this space consists of negotiating agents or members who pay, then this would really have drastic impact on growth of e-commerce. So if any people are there in between, then they will be explaining very well, and there is a scope for the more growth. So this is about the virtual communication space. Then the questions expected from this is impact of e-commerce or business model. Then what is the impact of e-commerce on business model? Or he may be asking like, discuss in detail about the impact of e-commerce on business model. So these four business model, that is whatever business model we understood, they are taking four factors care. So this with this we have to understand with high security, and it should also protect all the information about the personal information as well as the organizational information. Hope this video is helpful in understanding about the impact of e-commerce on business models. Thank you.